What is up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live. Talking about my brand new segment, which is going to be about WWE. I love wrestling. I've grown up watching it. It's had a huge impact on me personally from a family perspective. So I'm pretty excited about this whole new segment that I'm going to do. Yes, I'm going to still be doing DFS, but I just wanted to talk about some more things on my YouTube channel and on the podcast, which is going to be, like I said, about WWE mainly, some AEW, some NXT we're going to throw in there. So, like I said, I'm pretty excited about this. We're going to have some people coming on every now and then talking about wrestling with them. I'm basically going to talk about rumors, results, stuff like that, just recaps of each episode, so on and so forth. So I'm pretty excited about this. So before we begin, though, hit the like button for me like usual. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's been a ton, as y'all know. And let's dig in to this WWE week. So we're doing the recap. We have today's the 14th. So we have Raw coming up tomorrow, which we'll be able to watch, which I'm going to talk about, like I said, the recap of last week's, which was the 8th and the 12th. So, like I said, let's start with Raw. I'm more of a SmackDown sort of dude, but I watch both, obviously, Raw and SmackDown. So, of course, and all the pay-per-views. So, like I said, let's start with Raw. So, Bobby Lashley defends WWE Championship against The Miz, and the Almighty Era begins. My thoughts on this is that I don't see them hyping up Miz so much more. I think they're going to really focus on the Almighty Era because that's the new era now for Bobby Lashley, kind of getting away from the Hurt Business and now doing his own thing in the Almighty Era. So, I mean, Miz did get screwed over, yes, but like I said, I think they're really trying to hype up, the writers are trying to hype up Bobby Lashley. And now we introduce a new matchup with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, which they were going after each other now. They're going to be basically, I can already see them coming into Fastlane together. We don't have them officially yet on the card. We have mainly SmackDown's results on, or SmackDown matchups coming up on Fastlane, but we haven't got an official yet on McIntyre and Sheamus. I'm assuming that's going to happen. I don't see why not. And then, like I said, Nia Jackson, Shayna Baszler, that is going to be one coming up for Fastlane. So, like I said, there's not much going on in Raw right now. I mean, Matt Riddle and Mustafa Ali, I can already see that happening on Fastlane. It's just, I don't really mind that matchup a ton, but I like Riddle as a person. I think Riddle's going to definitely, I think that's definitely going to happen in Fastlane. But let's go ahead and move on to SmackDown. So, SmackDown, I have a lot more to talk about with SmackDown. Like I said, I'm more of a SmackDown dude. So let's start with Seth Rollins and Cesaro. So Seth Rollins has been trying to get Cesaro basically coming up as his prodigal son, like we saw beforehand. So now that the Swiss Superman, Cesaro, is saying no, they're basically going to battle it out. I think that's an interesting storyline. The storyline, I think what they're going to try to play out is mainly focused on what Seth Rollins is going to try to do with his prodigal son. Who is he going to try to get? Right now, it's Cesaro. Right now, they're trying to focus on that matchup, which that's an okay matchup. I mean, we've seen this before. So, like I said, though, they're really trying to pick that up. So, I would imagine that Seth Rollins is going to make an appearance on Fastlane. I don't see why he wouldn't. If it's against Cesaro, I can definitely see that happening, but we'll have to see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown before the pay-per-view on Saturday. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. So Reginald, we saw basically him get involved in that match. Now this is going on to Fastlane, which we'll see here. Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler versus Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Sorry, that's a tongue twister. So they got into it on Friday Night SmackDown, basically getting each other's face over that tag team matchup. So they're going to try to win the tag team titles, but I'm confused on how they're trying to play that because, like I said, they're really nagging at each other. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out as a team, like I said, coming into Fastlane. Big E defends his title against Sami Zayn. So Big E basically just threw the title out there and said, "Come face me." He's hyped up. He's ready to go after Apollo Crews sent him to the hospital, which coming off that huge win versus Sami Zayn where he just looked like a monster out there, we saw basically Apollo Crews snake attack him and hit him again with the stairs. They're going to try to make that into a Fastlane, which we already saw coming into that with Big E versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship. So Crews, like I said, like you can tell here on Cage Side, that he turned heel. The writers decided to make him the heel, make him the bad guy, basically make him as the Nigerian soldier, which that's another take that they're trying to go with, as basically he's the main guy. He's the basically turned heel, the villain who is trying to get after Big E. I think Big E comes out and as still the champion against Apollo Crews. I don't see Apollo Crews being a great Intercontinental Champion. I'd rather have Big E personally. So, last but not least, going to the Universal title, Chaos making the special enforcer necessary at WWE Fastlane. So, special enforcer, that's another interesting bout. It's going to be basically a 2-on-2, or not a 2-on-2 match, but basically, the special enforcer is going to be a special guy basically on the outside of the ring, making sure everything lines up, which is either going to be A, Jey Uso, or B, Edge. So, the Edge doesn't really, in fact, boost up Daniel Bryan or Roman. Of course, Uso is going to boost up Roman. So I would like to see Edge or Jey. I think Edge is going to win this. I think they want to boost up Edge. I think they want to basically make Edge turn heel and keep him in this line of work for a hot minute. I think Uso is just kind of going on a downward spiral with the Roman Reigns kind of era. So what I'm basically saying is that I think Edge is going to be the special enforcer, and I'm going to wait and see what happens on SmackDown between Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns if anything else happens out of that match for my prediction at WWE Fastlane, because we obviously know it's going to be the Universal Championship. So I'll be interested to see. That's going to be a great match. I can see where they're kind of going with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. We've seen this act with Roman Reigns as the man of the household for a long time. I would like to see kind of a change up as the viewership has gone down, which I saw a rumor that it has from the WWE writers that on a website I was looking at. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see what they do with this. I'm excited for Monday Night Raw, which we'll do a video tomorrow after recapping Monday Night Raw, and then we'll go another video of recapping SmackDown, and then we'll watch Fastlane, and I'll try to do a live video during Fastlane. So I'm pretty excited about this WWE kind of episodes coming up, the segments. I'm really, like I said, hyped up for it, and I cannot wait to share more experience with y'all. Again, hit the like button for me and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and that helps me out a ton. Definitely thank you for tuning in. Have a good one, everybody.